What's up, YouTube? Uh, this is 5 weeks post-op of supraspinatus full thickness tear. I had my doctor's visit yesterday, and he actually told me I can get out of the sling. This is the right arm, and doing much better. I will say my last video I was just over 3 weeks, and it was a struggle. And I will say here at 5 weeks, things are much better. Especially over the last week, it's been completely different and changed. And a week ago, I wouldn't have dreamed of even doing this at all. Like, not at all. So, I don't know if you can kind of see there, but I mean, I can get it up a little bit. And it hurts, but it's not bad. Anyway, therapy's been going well, and I just wanted to give you guys some more tips. The sleeping, after they took the foam block out of my sling, that was at 4 weeks, so I had a hard time sleeping without that block, and a few nights I put it back in and it was helpful, but you got to learn to sleep with it. And I sleep with a smaller pillow kind of tucked under my arm that goes this way so that it holds it up a little bit, and I kind of grip the pillow and lay that way, but that kind of helps. But now that I'm out of the sling, I think it's going to be worse, and I'm going to have to go through that again and try to get used to not having it secured this way. So we'll see how that goes. Therapy is good. The exercises are hard, but my pain is really manageable now, and most of it is still just muscles, in the arm, back here in the shoulder area, and right here when I'm doing the stretching. This is rough. So some of the therapy I'm doing, which is the stretching out this way, this is very tight for me, but bringing my arm up high has been not that bad. I'm not sure, everybody's going to be different, but I don't even have very good reach with my left hand out that way, so it's definitely weird. Showering has been a lot easier, and at least I can use my arm, more than I used to be able to, and hold soap and at least get the soap up somewhat close. Putting deodorant on, that kind of thing, it's not that bad, but I would say my outlook is a lot better, and I feel now, at this point, I feel like about a week after I had injured it, after I injured it, I couldn't move my arm at all. And then after about a week to 2 weeks, I could finally start to move my arm and reach. I didn't have any strength, but I could at least move it. And this is, I feel like after 5 weeks of after surgery, I'm finally to the point where I was a week after the injury. So anyway, I have that. I'm not sleeping in the recliner anymore. I've taken some of my pillows out of my bed, so that it's just a slight, I have like 2 pillows and then my pillow on top of those. So just a slight elevation of my head and my shoulders. Like I said, I have a pillow I kind of hug, and then the one that goes under my arm, so that I can try to roll over and sleep on my side, but it's still a challenge, and I don't know when sleeping is going to be easier. But so yeah, I was going to bring up how my 4th week went. So like I said, I had the block taken out of the sling, so the sling just kind of hung down, and he said it was okay for that tendon to get pulled tighter and start to feel normal after that. So getting used to that, it makes it feel like it's hurting a bit, and then you're worried about it, but after even a day, it seemed normal, and I can totally just relax now, and it's not even a big deal. So that was just a week of that, and already having my arm to my side doesn't make any difference to me. It doesn't, right now, it doesn't even feel like anything. If anything, all I can feel is the tightness of the muscles, and that's what we're going to therapy for, to do, to stretch those out and get that range of motion back. So week 4 was just basically that, doing new exercises with the physical therapy, bringing stuff home, and not having to have someone help me do the therapy at home. I can do it myself with the pulley, which is great for me. Like, most people are scared to lift my arm, and I'm sure that most people are like that, just they're nervous, they're going to hurt you, and your family's really cautious. So I tell them, like, you need to go higher. Well, they didn't want to, and now at least with the pulley, I can do it myself, and I can feel where my limit is, and push it a little bit further, and push it a little bit further, and you just want to get to that point to where it's hurting, and then just a little bit further, and stick it out. So my range of motion over the last week has gotten way better, and I think that's why my surgeon, the first thing he did when I went to my appointment yesterday was grab my arm and started lifting it up and doing the exercises, and he's like, let's get you out of that sling. So there's hope, and I think that therapy's super important, and doing what they say and pushing your limits and doing it at home, and don't slack off. That's huge. If you slack off, you're just going to keep your muscles tight, and they're going to work you harder at therapy. It's going to hurt worse, and your improvement will go slower. So do the therapy, do it at home, do it when you're supposed to do it. I still continue to do the pendulum exercises, even though it's not necessary. I'm getting that joint moving all the time, but I do it because it helps loosen it up, or I do that right before I start doing the other exercises, and it's better that way. As far as meds go, I take ibuprofen once a day. Sometimes I don't take it. It just depends. I'll take it at night, just praying that it'll help me sleep, but it doesn't matter. It's not the pain. It's not that kind of pain. It's just the uncomfortable gravity feeling that makes me wake up at night. But so there's that. Plus, I talked to my therapist. He said, there's a theory out there that says ibuprofen doesn't help recovery. It doesn't help the tendon heal to the bone, and that it actually does the opposite. But his argument was that could be said the same for inflammation, and if you have inflammation, it's also preventing your healing. So he said, I would think that ibuprofen and inflammation would be more important than worrying about taking ibuprofen. So I've been doing that still. As far as icing goes, I'll ice after I do my therapy. Really, that's anytime I go and do a therapy here or at therapy, I'm icing it and making sure get that iced up and inflammation down. So that's really the only time I'm really using the ice anymore. A lot of people ask me about work, and I work on computers. I'm an administrator, so it's not hard, and I am fine just sitting there typing. So, and even this last week, while I'm at work, I was undoing my sling and just kind of resting my arm up on the desk, and I can move my mouse around with not that much issue. So I think that actually helped me even over the last week, just with this motion and getting those muscles used to moving around. So this week with no sling, I feel like it's going to be great. Just moving around today, like without the sling, it feels great, honestly. Like I'm super surprised and excited about that. So if there's something I'd say, is just stick with the therapy and just don't push it too hard. Don't hurt yourself, but make sure you do it. Make sure you do it good and stretch them all out. My scars actually look great. I don't even think I have much of a scar, and I'm gonna try to get it close, but yeah, I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not bad. So that the incision sites don't bug me anymore. They used to like sting, and I'd rub it. It felt like the nerves were coming back, and I constantly had to like massage them out, but I don't have that feeling anymore. Most of it's just that stiff muscle, and it feels like, honestly, it just feels like I've worked out to a point of exhaustion, and that's what my whole day feels like. And every time I lift my arm, it's like I've done the most intense workout of my life. But I'm gonna get there. You're gonna get there too. Just work hard, do your thing, and I'll check back in probably in a couple weeks, let you know how it's going, and we'll check my range of motion for now, like getting my arm out. I'll see if I can get this. So this is as high as I can go, which it's not great. If I assist myself, obviously this is 90 degrees, so I don't know what that would be there. But coming out to the side, you can kind of see, obviously I'm lifting my shoulder to try to get there, and I got to make a conscious effort not to do that. Just try to lift the elbow without dragging the shoulder up, but it's rough. Going out to the side, that's another one that is really tough. Like, I cannot go more than this. This is so straight on, like on my own. When I'm pushing it, it goes out. But so there's a lot of work to be done, obviously, and you know, I'll get there. I was having it rough. I think the last video I was really in a rough spot, and I didn't think this was going to happen, but I have hope now. So if there's anything, take it from that. You can have hope. You can do this. Until next time.